You know, they say all COD games are created equal, but you look at Modern Warfare 3 2023 and look at Black Ops 2, and you can see that statement's just not true. You see, normally, when a COD game releases, we got a 50-50 chance of liking it. But Modern Warfare 3 is a piece of shit, and it's not normal. So you got a 33% chance at best at liking it. And then you add AI bots and skill-based matchmaking to the mix, your chances of liking it drastically go down. You see, sorry, I'm remembering something else from a different time. Guys, let me just get right on into the meat and potatoes here. I don't want to beat around the bush. I just want to cover this because this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I don't know, man. Maybe I've been covering this game too long. Maybe I've just gone a bit stir crazy. Not quite sure. But these numbers just don't make any sense. And dare I say, this isn't math. This just is not math. Either this is the most refunded game of all time, or there's AI bots, or there's some sort of manipulation with the numbers. Let me just get right on into it. This is a tweet from the legend himself, 402 Thunder, and this tweet blew up. Stuck! I am stuck, by the way. Anyway, look at this. He says, how many level 55s do you get in your lobby? According to Xbox achievements, less than 4% of players have hit it. If you have a lobby full of 55s, it means you are getting matched with the smallest pool of players thanks to SBMM. And then Devin chimes in with 2.9% on Steam is wild. Yeah, only 2.9% of people that have played Modern Warfare 3 have hit level 55 on Steam. Huh? What? It's so fucking easy already to hit level 55. We already had a double XP weekend. We have tokens that carry over from Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. It doesn't make any sense. And you might be saying, well, that's just Xbox. That's just Steam. Whatever. Check PlayStation. All right, I got the PlayStation data right here. We are rocking 8.3% of the entire Modern Warfare 3 player base on PlayStation, which is the premier Call of Duty console or whatever. I mean, this is, I think, I want to say this is bundled with like PlayStation 4 as well. I could be wrong there. I know for a fact it's separate from the Call of Duty like hub or whatever. If you want to use that excuse, I don't think that's the case. It's got a separate trophy system than Modern Warfare 2 even, and I think PlayStation is super accurate with that. So in total, what is this? Like 15% of pretty much the entire player base has hit level 55. 15% of players that own Modern Warfare 3 have hit level 55 in multiplayer. All right. Okay. That's really, really low. That's really, really low. But okay. Well then, can someone fucking explain to me why I constantly get into lobbies with level 55s? Constantly! It's more than any other level. And I'm not saying it's even like a skill-based matchmaking thing. That's what Thunder said. No. We are going to run some tests here. Yes, this is a small sample size. Yes, I'm the only psychopath on this platform that's crazy enough to do this test in the first place. It's ridiculous. It's not very hard, but who else is going to think to do this? I'm going to get to this test after a brief word from this video's sponsor. This is going to be a great sponsor because you need to buy something for your mom for Christmas. I know you haven't done it yet, you lazy, bad child. So get on it because I'm getting this for my mom for Christmas. Yeah. I am terrible at getting people gifts this time of year, but thankfully Aura Frames is here to save the day and sponsor the video. So Aura Frames is a digital Wi-Fi Bluetooth connected picture frame. You just download the Aura Frames app, you connect it to your photos, and you upload the photos directly from your phone to the frame. It's simple as that. I mean, just look at how handsome I am here. I'm going to give this Aura frame with this picture on it to my mother so she can be proud of her good-looking son. It's super easy to use as well. Runs off of just AC power, no batteries. You can even put two pictures into one frame. Here's my dog Buddy looking at beef jerky and Ace Visconti from Dead by Daylight. Here's my Jeep Wrangler. And as you can see here, you can set several pictures to display in a cycle via the app. It is super easy. You can even set to display video. Here's my dog Buddy on his orange beanbag, and he is very, very cute. Guys, pick yourself up an Aura frame this holiday season. This model is the Carver Mat, and you can get $30 off the Carver Mat frames with the code CODFATHER. Visit the link in the video description or pinned comment now and get yourself the best gift this holiday season with Aura frames. Alright guys, welcome back to the video. Pick up something nice for your parents, for the holidays, for the love of God. And, you know, they would get you a good Call of Duty game if they could, and you were still a wee lad or lass, I'm sure of it. So, you know, treat them to something nice. But what you're going to see here is a matchmaking test. This is a small sample size because I don't have the time. I mean, I do, but I don't, you know? We're just going to search in matchmaking and see how many level 55s we come across. Keep in mind here, from what we have, I mean, we got to count Battle.net too. So we'll assume it's roughly the same as Steam. And we'll say that 18% of the Modern Warfare 3 player base has hit level 55. Now, statistically, they will be more likely to be playing the game if they're already 55. So we do have to keep that in mind. But at the same time, this just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. Again, something is just off with these numbers. I'm not going to cut any of this. I'm just going to speed it up for the sake of time. But you could see that the amount of level 55s vastly outnumber everybody else in this top MMR lobby. This account has to be top MMR because I joined BillyGoat57 and I dump on not very good people. So I'm assuming, again, I don't know. We don't have any hard data. We don't have any hard numbers. I don't know. But I have to assume that this is a top MMR account. So we're searching again, and we're just getting put into lobbies with the majority of people are level 55. And even fast forwarding here, this particular this particular matchmaking takes a while in Gun Game. So it seems like it's really slow in 10v10 Mosh Pit and Gun Game. It seems like there's already playlists, and I'm not even just saying this to be mean. It seems like there's already playlists that have issues with like filling players out, which would explain why the theory of AI bots is a thing. I mean, yeah, they could be messing with the SBMM and putting them in your lobbies and stuff like that to even things out. Or it could just be that nobody's playing this game and Activision knows it and they foresaw this and they had AI bots that resemble real players at the ready. But what's interesting about all this is maybe you think it's just because I'm high MMR that the majority of the lobbies are level 55. So we're going to do a test on BillyGoat57 and you can just count. You can just count. You might have to slow it down a little bit because, again, I've sped this up for time's sake. But I would say over half, roughly half, if not a little bit more, are level 55, even on BillyGoat57. It takes a bit to load in all the levels, you know, but like, look at this. It's still just tons of level 55s. I mean, I'm very shocked here that these people are actually level 1. They appear to be level 1. So it's matched me with brand new accounts, which is interesting. And then there's level 55s as well. But like, again, for time's sake, we're just going to do Rustment because that's just going to have the most players. I don't feel like waiting any longer in just a matchmaking queue for 10v10. It seems to be even slower on Billy Goat for some reason. So, but yeah, again, man, just tons of level 55s. This should be a rare sight. This should be a rare sight. You also maybe have to assume that once people hit level 55, they take it easy and they don't really play till the next season when they can actually progress through the ranks. But maybe that's just a reach. I don't know, man. I don't know. But as you can see here, just tons of level 55s every single lobby. Guys, what do you make of this? Seriously? I want to hear your thoughts because the only thing I can think of is that, yes, this game has lost a ton of players already. We're just going to switch over to the tried and true Steam graph here with even a line showing you the sharp decline less than a month after the game has released. We've lost a lot. And if you look at the rest of the Steam charts, I mean, a lot of the stuff in the top 10 really isn't losing players. A lot of the stuff in the top 10 is actually gaining players. And I get that this is the Call of Duty cycle, you know, like a lot of people will check it out, be disappointed, and then put it down. But this is a sharp decline already. It's been less than a month, man. I mean, they're losing players. Like a Twitter-addicted, friendless 50-year-old man is losing viewership on his dying channel. It's bad. And I want you to keep in mind, again, I have to reiterate this. I don't know how they get away with it, but they've managed to put all of the most recent Call of Duty games, including Warzone, into that Call of Duty Steam metric. So it's worse than you think. I mean, we don't even know Modern Warfare 3's actual player numbers because they're grandfathered in to Warzone, which is free, and Modern Warfare 2, which has been out for a year, so we have no idea. I don't know, man. This is why we need actual communication. We need verified hard data. We just get these little snippets. Like Call of Duty will just release some tweet saying that Call of Duty is the most played game with a Cuban child's mother vacuuming in the background because the PlayStation 5 controller has a built-in microphone. They'll literally say something like that, just some stupid-ass metric that makes them sound like they're just God's gift to gaming. And then, like, here comes the GTA 6 trailer. GTA 6 trailer just drops out of nowhere. The hype is astronomical. The hype speaks for itself. I haven't checked the viewership on the trailer since last night. Gotta be over 100 million at this point. Gotta be, or close to it if it hasn't surpassed it. It doesn't need anything but, like, the fact that they've made quality game after quality game for like 20 years. There's no stupid metric they have to tout on Twitter. They don't blow themselves. They let their work speak for itself. I mean, GTA 5. How old is GTA 5? That's beating 3 Call of Duties. I'm not making it up. Look at the fucking Steam charts. GTA 5 is beating 3 Call of Duties, one of which is free. What, 10 years after the fact? Look, I'm not rooting against Call of Duty. I'm not just saying that it's dying for the sake of it. I don't think it's dying. I think that it's just at an all-time low. I really do. I hope they're making money hand over fist because, man, eventually, the bleeding player base and the people giving the money, the pay pigs and like the Billy Goat 57s and the Helen Keller 420s and all those other people that play this game and spend money on bundles and stuff like that because the game protects them and they think they're much better than they actually are. And all those people, I hope you can keep it afloat. I hope you can keep giving them record profits year after year because just from the data we have on Steam, and don't give me it's just Steam, like from the data we have, the hard data, the hard numbers that we do have, this series is not doing very well. You have to assume a correlation between Steam players and console players and everybody else on every other platform, wherever you bought this game. Gamers don't really change that much depending on the platform, they just don't. And I don't know, like the game's good on Steam this year. I mean, the game runs great on PC. So there's not like an issue with people crashing and they're refunding because of that. No, I think the people are refunding and the player base is dwindling already because this particular entry is just half-baked. It's half-baked and that's being nice about it. I know some people out there are like huge fans of this game. Guys, look, I'm not just being negative for the sake of it, but Call of Duty, let me just explain this. Call of Duty, it's so simple to make a good Call of Duty, yet it's so difficult to make a good Call of Duty because you have to see all of the nuances, right? You have to see everything that makes the game fun and expand upon it. Expand upon it. Go back, look at the blueprints of games prior, see what worked, see what didn't work, and then expand upon the things that worked. It's that simple, and yet they continue to not do it. Year after year, all 3 studios are guilty of it. All 3 of them are guilty of it. It's so simple. You can look back and just kind of copy stuff, which is fine to a point, but this game is just a copy of a bad copy with Infinity Ward at the helm. And Infinity Ward, I mean, Joe Secott and his merry band of morons, I can't think of a worse dev team. Seriously, Infinity Ward, from what I've heard, wouldn't know an AR-15 from a 15-year-old girl. Take that however you will, but like, I don't know. I'm not trying to make this political, but if you missed yesterday's video, I would highly recommend watching it. It'll shed a lot of light on some stuff. And by the way, I pretty much confirmed through the comment section, through a lot of people who've talked to that guy, he is legit. So the guy's comment I'm referencing is legit. He's a legit anti-cheat COD dev, essentially. I need to get in contact with him and hear more of what he has to say, but like, Guys, this is just, I don't know. This is not good. And I don't want Call of Duty to die. I don't want GTA to steal all the hype from the game. I don't want to have this game be an afterthought as soon as January rolls around. I want to play this game all year and enjoy it. But even in reverse boosted lobbies, like, guys, it's so boring. It's so boring. My options playing this game are this. I play in normal lobbies and my experience is manipulated and I don't have fun. Or I play in reverse boosted lobbies and I manipulate the experience and I don't have fun. Either way, it sucks. Like, this isn't fun. This is not what I want. Truthfully, this is not what I want. I'm still rusty. Like, I haven't played Call of Duty seriously since MW2 over a year ago. You know, I mean, this is my first game in over a year, basically, playing Call of Duty. And I'm still rusty. And I have no desire to try. I have no desire to want to improve. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Nothing. There's nothing like that. And that's the worst thing you want your player base to experience, that apathy. They've actually done studies where they put people in a room alone with like nothing to do. They only have like a button that will electrocute them if they press it. Eventually, people will press that button and electrocute themselves because they can't handle the boredom. We are at that point in Call of Duty, I think. Like, people would rather electrocute themselves. Figuratively speaking. Guys, what do you make of all this? Again, going back to the original point of this video, these numbers do not make any sense. I don't know if the player base is just, like, nobody cared enough to get to level 55. So many people checked out. I don't know if it's bots that we're matching with. We don't know the player numbers. We don't know, when we do on Steam, but we don't know the overall player numbers. We don't know what's going on. They're choosing to talk about skill-based matchmaking all of a sudden. None of this stuff makes sense. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Do some parting advice.